Surprisingly, we're still good on ammo, even though I've shot quite a bit during this session here. Let's say that, and we're pretty much empty. Well, although we have access to a lot of guns, and we have a decent share of ammo, we do go through it quite a bit. And every now and then we have to craft some. We've kind of abandoned the shotgun for now because buckshot takes plastic and we really don't want to waste that since we're saving as much as we can for solar panels. So we've kind of defaulted to the AK-74U / AK-74 and the SVD because we have quite a bit of ammo for that. Got a ton of this. Okay, we're good here. The SVD is ready to rock and roll again. Alright. We are rocking on the ammo again. It's off for now. Oh, there goes the lighting bug. We're glitching out here. Let's hope for another apartment complex map. Nice. And I think this spawn is acceptable.
What?
Where'd you go? This AI, so dumb. Nice. Every so often you get lucky and you expend ammo to kill a zombie. Sometimes it's kind enough to give you some ammo back. Another one. Another one. So far this building has been good to us. Let's see if we can continue our momentum. Looks like we have to venture out farther. What does that sound like? Sounds like something firing. Not sure why this sounds like the gunfire sounded so muffled back there, but free military crate. Don't mind if I do. Actually, pretty neat. They have muffled versions of sound effects. Odd and what triggers it to be muffled, because I was near it and it was muffled, and closer to it and still muffled, and then farther away it was firing regularly. I want to have that down yet. There's still a lot of potential for the game. Okay, we are full. It is time to head back. Our inventory is completely cooked. Stop firing. Did he kill that thing? Did it just run off? Oh, he actually killed it, huh? That's how tanky that thing is when it comes to range weapons. That zombie fired that thing for like 10 minutes. Oh, he killed two of them. Holy. Ignore what you see here. I'm just gonna leave. As he mourns his crayfish brothers, I am outie. I doth returned. Deposit all our stuff. We can probably do another run. Take advantage of that map. Not every day you're gonna see that. Also, I feel like we're due for a bunker to spawn eventually. I think we have to put down another crate. This is best served if we just dump all the buffets here. That's how many we got. Wow. That's what I'm telling you, man. Those complexes are a goldmine for these. Other maps, you average like maybe 1 or 2 if you're lucky. These ones here, you're getting like at least 10. Out into the fray once more. find an entry point here. Somewhere, potentially. There it is. Come on, plastic. Hello, Mr. Buffett. Thank you. Nothing really good in any of these saves. These saves have been pretty disappointing. Nothing really good in any of these. This floor is a gold mine for the Buffets. I think 3 is the maximum you can get from a floor. Although it could have been a floor of 4 of them. Possibly, but for sure 3. That's a good floor. So many opportunities here for plastic. All this junk. Wants to sell this for like 6-7 rubles. A waste of time. I think the siren's about to sound off soon. How are we for inventory space? Probably room for 2 more Buffets. I think we should kind of make our way back. I think we'll just take the rest of this day to set up Buffets. It would truly be a warehouse episode if we're not establishing the warehouse. I figured that's probably going to be the gameplay loop for this series, is scavenging, placing, scavenging, placing. Eventually we'll come across some problems like how are we going to power this? Cue the placing montage. That's everything. Not bad. Decent progress. Probably about 1/3 of the way done this aisle. I feel like the siren's about to hit us soon, so we should probably make our way to the shop and prevent our frames from being dropped. Now we have some money to spend, so we should buy some more resources. Just gotta pull the money out. This is my cash tag. Let's see. Can you buy? Wood, scrap, electronics, and glass. It appears as if plastic is literally the only resource you can't buy. Which is terrible for us. We have an overabundance of glass. Electronics, you could always use more. Scrap, always use more. I think we're pretty good on wood. So, I'm just gonna buy some electronics and some scrap. Solar panels do not come cheap. And now, oh, the timing on that. Okay, that's hands down a lot better than trying to get frames back when I'm actually inside the bunker, so strategy appears to be working. But I feel like now is going to be bunker time. No, still no. I'm surprised. Another pretty terrible spawn. It's the right map, just not the right location. Cool. Floating crates. Or bags. I'm not really sure what causes that, but we've seen quite a few in our time. Well, let's go into an apartment complex that isn't totally destroyed. Oh yes. These textures. Looking like Gary's mod over here. I don't know what causes this either. The dev should probably catch wind of this and fix this. That's just really weird. I know my Gary's mod. That's a sign that we are missing textures, apparently. Some of these floors are like maze-like. Maybe as thorough, but also as quick as I can. So they say time is money. As I say, time is Buffett's. Oh, this actually might have been a 4 Buffett floor. A 4 floor, if you will. They do exist. I was right. Either way, this is a really good building. Crank out like half the aisleway alone. Saw this building. Oh, she's coming down. This building is no good. Oh, soon. I'd love to just jump off here, but oh, I see the twins. You guys see it from that this distance? He's lurking back there. I feel like I should take a shot at him. That bullet just dropped. Where'd it go? I didn't think it's anything. There's a wasting ammo. Maybe it's not about hitting him. Maybe it's about sending a message. They fear no monster, not even the twins. Actually, one of the easiest monsters to combat. You can quite literally like backpedal. Its swing windup is so slow that by the time it like actually swings at you, it misses you. If you're just backpedaling, not even running away from it, simply backpedaling it counters it. So it's kind of underwhelming. I was hoping they'd introduce unique enemies that would spawn in at night that were probably like more aggressive, like an actual predator. I feel like the bunker really is the only tense map that there is. You can pretty handily deal with a lot of these mobs here. Nothing is really it's scary. Except for maybe when you get shot by a zombie when you weren't expecting it. Just a gunshot. You can flinch. It's pretty loud. Especially when you're not expecting it, but the rat wolf is kind of interesting. I think they spawn in during the day though. They're kind of few and far between. The twins have their own areas where they spawn, so you can literally avoid them. They don't really roam. They stay stationary. Let's deposit these buffets. You guys gotta let me know. Is it pronounced buffets or buffet? I just can't get over the fact. Why is this called a buffet? Why would it be called a buffet? The buffets. To each their own. Is there a right way of saying it? A wrong way of saying it? Is it like tomato, tomato? Buffet, buffet? I mean, Jimmy doesn't go around claiming he's Jimmy Buffet. Yeah, buffet is French, but you're not French. Do you have to pronounce it the French way? Can you pronounce it in your own language? You know? Is there something wrong with that? Hey, it's still kind of relatively plush. I mean, you can always fix it just by overextending the one here. If we really wanted to, we could add a little bit extra gap, and the other one will be flush. I think it's still kind of close where we don't have to do that, so just keep trucking. I don't know if I have plans for after we finish this warehouse. I wouldn't even know where to begin to start. That even makes sense. We wouldn't even know where to begin. We've already, like, taken the entirety of the basement of the bunker, essentially. I mean, you could probably do something with this area. As far as, like, what would be another project after this, I really don't know. I don't want to think that far ahead. Right now, I think we should just be focused on this project. And even after we finish it, like I said, we're gonna have to store these items, so there is lots to do. Yikes, it's a little bit less flush than what I'm used to. We might be able to correct it just by continuing on. We'll see. If it gets too egregious, then we'll have to actually kind of go our way to fix it, but I think it's fine for now. It's all. He pretty much doubled it up. I think we're 2/3 of the way done this. So close to having another aisle complete. We are going to need more than just the buffets here. A lot more lamps, that is for damn sure. Let's see if we can squeeze in some more. Back to the outdoors we go. Yep, quick save. Alright, speedrun time, let's go. Plane lost the plane. Remember the first time I played this? And I heard the plane fly overhead, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Continued about my day and just randomly died. I was so confused, I was like, how did I die? And I kind of put two and two together when another bomb plane went past my head. And I went, ah. That makes sense. Kinda not really. I guess we have to assume that the military is actively bombing this location to try to eradicate the irradiated mutants. I'm not sure how much good it's actually doing. Kind of a small area with explosions. Not exactly wiping out the entirety of the map. And for whatever reason, they seem to be tracked on me. You know, their location. Really random. They're more like a targeted attacks. There's still a lot of story and lore elements they can infuse in this game. If they so choose to do it. I know there's a fine balance to have a co-op game with a good kind of single-player story. I'm sure it can be done. You don't have to come up with some masterpiece. Oh wow, this is interesting. I don't think I've come across a rooftop quite like this. Just survivors. There's something cool they could have done here if I was the dev. I would have them try to spell out with all the scrap that you already have here. SOS or help or something. To kind of further the lore of these dead bodies. Like, you assume that they were living up here and trying to survive, but they'd also have to try to signal the bomber, right? And then you can kind of infer that the bomber came in and just bombed them, killed them. You're seeing the message, you know? Because something tells me the military is not too concerned about helping survivors at this point. Especially with lore that we do have, by seeing flashbacks essentially, frozen in time. They were running up what appeared to be internment camps, and slaughtering a lot of what looked to be innocent civilians. Infected or not, it's not a good look. So, it doesn't surprise me that the bombers are out there just trying to level everything and killing survivors. It means nothing to them. Because the military is shown in a very poor light in this game. Makes you wonder, were they always like that? Or Did they find out at one point that the radiation was hopeless? And that the only real solution is to abandon ship and just slaughter the survivors? I don't know. You have to assume that they're slaughtering them because they're infected, right? Like, why else would they slaughter innocent civilians? But clearly there's some kind of infection going on, I guess, with the radiation, because you've seen them turn into mutants and whatnot. So you can infer that the twins are some mutant form of a human. The Swamper is probably one of those as well. The Ghoul, also, very human-like. And the rest of the enemies, well, just derivative of animals being irradiated and transformed. The rat wolf, crayfish, the deers and boars are all versions of mutation. They are all very hostile. But clearly the radiation increases aggression. That's cool storytelling without having to really give you a lore dump of text. Something that's something that's kind of quaint nowadays. The ability for a storyteller to show and not tell. You'd think that's a more common concept in media, but I don't know, nowadays it seems like video games especially are just trying to dump text and lore and all these voice lines to explain what's going on and beat you over the head with it. And sometimes just showing the player what's happening is a lot better. This game takes a page from that. A lot of lore is explicitly just showing you flashbacks frozen in time, and you infer what's happening. Having an NPC deliver a voice line, explaining, picking up a text log, and reading. The game does a good enough job filling in some of the blanks while you continue to search for the rest. Or you make them up your own. Either way, it's really good storytelling and game design. Oh, props to the dev. Gotta chuck some of these buffets here. I would go back out again, but I'm pretty sure the siren's about to pop off. To the push. It's getting a little worse and worse. I think we can make it. It's gonna become too unsightly, but it might if we get a little carried away. What's that? A little better. Frames are taking a bit of a hit here. Yeah, held up pretty good for this playthrough. Usually at this point I think we would have to reload to save, but I think the strategy of running a new day in the shop is what kept us in the game this long. It was nice. Here though, one day I will log in and load a save and will be completely in FPS hell. Or might even crash the game. That would not surprise me. So hopefully the content update comes with some optimizations. I don't think the dev expected somebody to go this crazy with the base building. At least not in terms of decorating it with loose items on the ground. Because if I had to wager a guess, I think that is what is killing my frames. Yeah, I think it's still within acceptable range. Yeah, I just checked all these chests. I think we are really out of buffets. And the timer is popping off. Let's head back to the shop. Will we ever be able to ride this helicopter out? Now that we're here, we might as well sell the spoils of war. Easy 290 rubles. Is it rubles? 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 I'll spend it. clogged up again. As we await the day. Thanks for watching. Watch me live at twitch.tv/JohnnyFuego, and check out my episodes and VODs from this series right here on YouTube.